What's going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick Foy, and I've got one goal in 2021, and that's to achieve 10,000 subscribers. So if you could help me out today, just hit that red subscribe button. This is literally the only thing I care about this year. Even though I have rental properties and other businesses, I'm really just trying to focus on growing the YouTube channel this year. So thanks so much for being here, and let's go ahead and dive into today's content I've got for you, and I hope you can find value in it and stick around for future videos. In this video, I'm going to go through the step-by-steps of how to use Zillow and how I use it to find real estate investment properties. So I've gone to Zillow.com. I'm on their home page. We can see the big white search bar in the middle here saying enter an address, neighborhood, city, or zip code. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick a city in South Michigan. So we're going to go with Edwardsburg here just to check it out. So Edwardsburg is a small city in Michigan. It's right there kind of by the border of Indiana and Michigan. We can zoom out here and you can see there's other cities we could check out as well. We can go closer to Lake Michigan, for example, and find some cities, or we can go closer over here to Detroit, and there's lots of different suburbs around Detroit here in Michigan. So we're just tuning in just to give you a reference point. So here's Detroit, here's Lake Michigan. So we're over here kind of on the southwest side of Michigan, looking in this city called Edwardsburg. So right now I have zero filters set. I just have what's for sale. And there are currently 28 agent listings for sale in Edwardsburg, and then 5 other listings. So the other listings tab, these could be, potentially for sale by owner listings. They could just be lots, but usually they're for sale by owners. So we'll go ahead back to the agent listings as well. Now it sorts it automatically by newest. So this is kind of like a nice feed. We could scroll down and look at what's, recently come on the market. So every day we could come in here and have this search, already open in a tab if we wanted to just leave it open. So we could come in each day, refresh the page, see what comes up here in the newest section. And you can see here as we scroll down, there's these little bars up here on the image that show when it was listed onto Zillow. So 2 days on Zillow, 6 days, and so forth. So Zillow grabs these listings when they are agent listings off of the MLS, the multiple listing service. It syncs everything over to Zillow. So that's why it's also good to check the other listings tab, because sometimes for sale by owner properties you'll find on Zillow, but you won't find them on other websites because people just upload them direct to Zillow. So these are going to be ones that are additional listings we need to keep on top of. Now agent listings, you can find these on other websites like Trulia, Homes.com, Realtor.com, because again, all those websites just pull the listings from the MLS system. All right, so with no filters right now, we have lots, we have mobile homes, we have houses, we have new construction. So different types of real estate we can see here is for sale. So what we could do is we could set some filters so that we don't pick up some of these other, lots and mobile homes that we don't necessarily want to invest in. So we can go here to home type and we can just deselect all. And now we can go back and pick the ones that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose houses if I'm just looking for single family houses to invest in. So we'll click on done. Now we can see there are just 5 listings here in Edwardsburg, Michigan. So right now, inventory across the nation is super low. There's just not that many houses for sale. And this makes it very challenging as an investor to find deals because there's so much competition out there. Any of these deals that are sitting are probably overpriced. You can see they've got price cuts on them, $19,000, $10,000. And these are, new construction ones. So if they're still sitting here, it's probably because they're in a little higher price range than what the market usually can afford. So these ones sit a little longer. But anything, in that cheaper price range of $100,000 to $200,000 is going to go so fast that there's just, it's very challenging as an investor to be able to buy it. So we can just click into each individual listing here by either clicking on the dot and seeing where it's at on the map, or by clicking it from the scroll tab over here to the right. All right, now if we want to go ahead and just remove the boundary so we can open this up more and see all these other properties. So we can come down here even into Indiana, and you can see there's a lot more listings down here across the border in Indiana. So now we can start setting some actual filters since there's a lot more listings to screen through. So maybe my price range, the max I want to go up to is $125,000. Maybe I have a resale target price that I'm trying to resell a house about $200,000. So I want to create maybe a $75,000 spread there. So the most I'll pay is $125,000. And then I could try to resell maybe for $200,000 once we fix it up and get the renovations done. So maybe I plan to put $30,000 into it. So I'd be in it for $155,000, and then that would leave $45,000 if I'm selling it for $200,000, and then we've got closing costs and things like that. So now that we set up to 125, we can see where cheaper homes are. So over here in Elkhart, we've got $125,000 homes. Down here, it looks like on the south side of Mishawaka and the south and west sides of South Bend, we can see that home prices are about 125 or less. So that screened out more expensive homes that were in the region of Granger and North Elkhart here. So, and then Edwardsburg is now gone because Edwardsburg's a little pricier city, and so all those homes are gone. So again, filters, you can set up different filters based on what market you're looking in to see where certain priced homes are, where certain neighborhood prices are that you want to acquire. We can set filters for beds and baths if I only want to mess with 3-bedroom homes because of the rental potential of them if we have to rent it out. So we'll go ahead and click 3 bedrooms. We can set baths if you want. I just leave it on any. And then we've got the More tab over here. So now we can get even more specific, picking square footage if we only want certain sizes of houses. If you're looking for acreage, we could set minimum lot sizes so you can find properties that have acreage. If you don't want to mess with older homes, you could set year built minimums of like 1980 or 1990 so you get some newer houses. If it's got a basement, other amenities like an AC or a pool or a waterfront property. So there's different things you can do here. Days on Zillow, we can also filter if we want to only see the most recent homes in the last 7 days or the last 14 days. So that's another option as well. And then lastly, keywords here. We could type in some specific keywords. So if we were looking for listings that mention seller financing, we could put seller financing in and see if there's any listings where the seller owns the home free and clear, they have no debt. So they'd be willing to do seller financing and take out debt with you so that you can make mortgage payments to the seller and you don't have to go through a bank. So that's another way to go about buying deals if you don't have money that we talk about here in other videos on the channel. So that's a little bit about how to use Zillow, how to use the search bar up here to set different criteria, search different cities. If we want to filter over to the sold tab, this is where we can get an idea of what house prices are going for in different neighborhoods, different subdivisions. So let's just say I was looking to buy, a home, like I said earlier, to flip for $200,000. So now I'll just come back and punch in $200,000 in the price. Actually, we want to put minimum of $200,000. That way we can see neighborhoods where prices are only $200,000 or higher as sales comps. So we'll go ahead and punch that in. And again, as expected, we've got, this big region up here right by the border of Michigan, Indiana. So Granger, North South Bend, North Elkhart. These areas up here are where all the more expensive homes are. So we can see and zoom in there and see the different prices of different neighborhoods. And then down here along the south side of those 3 cities, Elkhart, Granger, Mishawaka, South Bend, that was where the more inexpensive properties for sale were. So these, we don't have as many yellow dots clustered because these are cheaper home neighborhoods. So the more expensive neighborhoods are going to be up here in the north side of those cities by the Michigan border. So now we can zone into specific neighborhood areas. So just scrolling around here, you can see there's all these different dots and there's an overwhelming amount. So what we can do is come back here into the More tab and we want to look at what's sold maybe in the last 6 months we can start with. If we need to expand it out, we can go to 12 months after that. But we'll clean up some of these dots so we can get a little clearer picture of what's going on more recently, because some of those sales might have happened 2-3 years ago, and the housing market has definitely gone up in the last couple of years. So we want more recent data that's going to show us what's actually going on. So here, for example, we can just look quickly and kind of see a general idea. We've got some $300,000 houses. We've got 488. We've got a 535. Some more $400,000 houses. So these neighborhoods are kind of across the board between the low 3s and then getting into the low 5s, upper 4s. In that regard, if we picked out this target neighborhood, for example, it's between Adams Road, Gumwood Road, and Brick Road. So just made like a little square here, which we can actually do with the draw tool. So it'll let me actually draw a shape around the region. I don't see the actual shape tool, but instead I can just draw it, kind of freehand it. So it's not going to be the best, but we'll try our best to draw a little square here. So I could just draw this little kind of square around this region. And if this was my target neighborhood I only wanted to focus on in my market looking for investment properties, then I would draw a circle around it. And now we can hit apply, and it'll only show us results within this region. So in this region, we can see again the average price that homes are selling for are in the 300, 400, 500,000. So now what we can do is we can go back here to the for sale tab, filter it back over, see what's for sale currently. So we've got a 235 down here. So that could be something potentially that we could fix up maybe and resell in the 300s and make some money. So that's where I use that tool, the sold tool, to figure out what neighborhood values are based on sold prices. Then I go back and look at what's for sale. And if I notice there's a house for sale well below what the neighborhood values are typically selling for, that automatically sticks out as a potential property that's priced cheap, that we could buy cheap, fix it up, and resell it for one of those higher prices in that neighborhood region. So again, if they're in the 3, 4s, and 5s in this area, we'd want to find something in the 2s, which down here we can see this was 235. So this would be one that we could click on, just browse it, see if it looks historical, if it looks outdated. So we can start going through the photos. And I can already see some of this older kind of square flooring there. And then it looks like they've got some hardwood floors there. Wall colors could be painted more modern, grays that people are doing these days. We could paint the trim white, could probably get new cabinets, new countertops, new appliances. So this house could be a potential one that could be updated. It doesn't look too bad, but it does, have some outdatedness to it with the carpet and these closet doors. So this could be a potential one that an investor, could look at and say, hey, maybe this would be a fixer-upper. But again, we'd have to run the numbers based on the square footage of it being 1,800 square feet and see, okay, what have other 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,800 square foot homes recently sold for? So again, we could refine. So let's just go ahead and remove this boundary. We'll go back here to the sold tab. This time we'll go in here and we'll set our parameters for 3-bed, 2+ bath homes. And then we've got houses already check marked. And then for more, we want to put a maximum square footage of, let's just do 2,000 so we don't get any large homes that throw off the data here. So we're trying to find out what other 17, 18, 1,900 square foot homes have sold for that are 3 beds and at least 2 baths. And so there are no sales comps in the last 6 months. So we can zoom out on the map a little bit and see what other neighborhoods are out there. We can also expand to 12 months and see what's sold in the last year. So now we've got some other sales coming up, 276, 232, 250, 210. So we can see these are in the mid 2s, some in the upper 2s here, the 276. So again, when we go back here to the for sale, and we had that one for 235, it's already, pretty priced in for what the comps are showing. So this might not work out as a flip. It's already aggressively priced for the square footage, for the size of it. Even though it does need some updates, you might only be able to get $299 or $289 for it. So there's not a whole lot of room there to go in and add some touch-ups to this house because when we go to resell the house, we're going to have a commission. We got to pay the real estate agent, and that's going to, be a good $15,000 to $20,000 we're going to have to take off whatever our sale price is. So there's really not a lot of spread between the 235 and maybe the 299 number that we could get for it being updated and new. So that one wouldn't work for a flip, but at least you get the idea of the method of how you can go and look for different houses in different regions, different neighborhoods, based on, using the sale comps, the sold yellow dots to see what neighborhoods are typically selling for, and using these different filters up here at the top. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and close out today's quick video showing you how to use Zillow. You can just browse around on the map. You can look over here in the list to see all the different homes if you want to click on specific ones, or you can go and click on them individually by zooming into certain neighborhoods, certain regions on the map, and then again adjusting our filters, setting different price criteria. If we're buying, we want to set a max price. If we're selling, we want to find out sold comps, we want to set a minimum price so we can see what the minimum we're trying to hit is in different neighborhoods, and then houses, bedrooms, baths, and then we checked our square footage here as well to make sure we're comparing apples to apples and not comparing a mansion to a small house. So if you found value in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up on YouTube and help subscribe to the channel to help us grow this year so we can try to hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. Since you made it to the end of today's video, I want to share with you an amazing resource library I've been putting together, and this is truly going to be one of the best resource libraries out there. Not saying that lightly. I'm putting videos in this library every single month. There's already 50 plus videos in here, and it's going to grow to a couple hundred plus videos. So just hours and hours and hours of content in here teaching you everything you need to know about real estate investing. So there's real estate lectures. I'll occasionally do some live streams as well, and I'll upload those in here. Got plenty of PDF downloadable resources, worksheets. We're going to have Excel sheets in here, like analyzing real estate deals, so you can use these different Excel sheets. So huge resource library full of training videos. You're going to learn everything you need to know about buying rental properties, flipping houses, financing strategies, where to find these deals, how to market for deals, that sort of thing. But I do have a couple other courses that are mini courses. They're not really mini, they're still full of, tons of videos. So this one, for example, is my rental property investing made simple course. And then I've got these flipping houses made simple. So if you want to learn rental property investing, you can enroll in just the rental property investing course. Again, there's going to be, 30, 40, 50 plus videos, and it's going to grow over time, covering everything you need to know about rental properties. And then same thing with the flipping houses course, just, 30, 40, 50 different videos, hours and hours of content to learn how to flip houses. I've been doing both these strategies for over 7 years now. I own, multiple rental properties. I've had, thousands of dollars in flipping profits, in the six figures. So these are tips and experiences, live walkthroughs of houses that I'm, buying and renovating. I show you through one of my most recent flips that I did. So check those courses out, or check out the master course, the Real Estate Investing School. This is going to have, even a larger selection of content to go through, teaching you all kinds of different strategies like Airbnb, land development, new construction, in addition to renting and fixing up houses. So all you got to do is go to asknickfoy.teachable.com. So let's go out here to my homepage just to show you what it looks like, asknickfoy.teachable.com, and I'll link to it below in this YouTube video as well for you. But you can see the 3 different courses there that I've got, and then I've got some other ones you can check out, but these are the 3 main ones right now I've got students enrolling in. So Real Estate Investing School, rental property investing, and flipping houses. So you can check them out. Again, I've got lifetime access memberships for a one-time fee, or you can pay, I think on the Real Estate Investing School, a monthly subscription, but once you cancel your subscription, you'll lose your access. So I recommend just do the one-time fee, get it over with. It's going to be worth it. You're going to get your money back because you're going to be learning things that's going to help you make a lot of money through real estate investing down the road. So it's worth investing in the education in the meantime. So you can check out current pricing plans. Now they are going to change over time because I'm adding more content. We're growing, we're scaling. So if you notice that the price has gone up, that is why we are going to be, upping the price from time to time. But for right now, you can kind of get the early bird special pricing. So thanks so much for watching. And if you want free content, you don't have to pay for this. You can just watch videos that I make for my YouTube channel. But if you want all these resources in one resource library location to browse through, then I recommend checking out Real Estate Investing School by Nick Foy at asknickfoy.teachable.com.